the very funny Robbie Schrader, everybody. I was gonna elevate this a little more so people in the back could see it. Should I troubleshoot that? Is this really being held up? Is this shit? Don't tell anybody I'm doing this. There are picks if anybody wants to play guitar in the back to do some. Is what's the deal? There we go, that's better. That makes me feel a little better. What? Are you heckling me? Coffee grinding, anybody? What happened? Is this mic buzzing? I know some, oh fuck. I heard, anybody here have ears? They work? Anybody have, count them, count one. One person has 2 ears, it's accounting. It's the Sesame Street bit. Will I fix the carpet? Is it the carpet or is it a rug? I think it's a rug. It's a rug. All right, I don't have to work out this week. You ever do that? You're like, I don't have to work out. First audience clap. Hot dogs. Go get a hot dog. Why do they call it a hot dog? Is it because of the meat? I don't know. Because it looks like a dachshund, that's why. One, because it looks like a dachshund. Dachshund. Is it vibrating? I was being like, I'm undiagnosed autistic, so. I'm borderline artistic. Comedy. Order up. Don't let it get cold. The comedy's getting cold, the comedy's getting cold. These are the seconds left of my set. This one represents my life. These 5 represent all of my failed relationships, which is 0. I'm a virgin. I was raised in isolation, in like some kind of stasis. I was raised in, here's one for stasis, raised in. I was like a pupa. I was a pupa. If you know what a botany is, it has nothing to do with that. And if you know what school, I got a 2-year degree in AA. I got an AA degree in 2 years. Took me 10 years to get my 4-year degree. I'll say anything for a laugh. I'll also say anything for absolutely no laughs, silence, bone-chilling cold, carefree, molecular, just a honing, a watermelon of, I'll just, you know when the waiters are like, hey, what do you want to eat? I'll come back in 5 minutes. I know you just sat, you're a sip. You want a sip? What do you drink? Try the water. I didn't poison the water. The blah blah. The secret to life is the difference between men and women is pancakes and waffles. Anyways, I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll come back. What do you want? You want a hamburger? You want a hamburger? Is that what you want? You want a hamburger? You gonna tip me? Tip's not included unless the party is 5 or more. 5 or more? How are you? You must be this tall. You must be this tall. I need new shoes. These shoes I bought at the Nordstrom Rack. Oh, that's not a joke. Unless shopping is a joke. Is capitalism a joke? Let's see. The magic 8-ball. 8-ball, cocaine. Cocaine bear. Insert joke about bears being a sexual demographic, and then drug addiction. Let's insert bears with penis. Okay. That didn't work, I'll pull a beat back. Now I'll pull 4 beats forward, 1 beat back, 4 forward. Now you can find it. My album on Spotify. I can't. You think Italians like pizza bagels? You think they're like, oh my god, I love pizza. What's BetterHelp? Is that like a dating site? Is that? I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. I was using Tinder recently, and I was like, man, I need some kindling in Flint. I bought some ice cream, and I was like, oh man, I got Breyer's remorse from buying. I had a bunch of tattoos, and I got one removed. I had to get something off my chest. Comedy. Is that a joke theft? Is that a joke just by saying comedy? Because I'm stealing someone's bit? Somebody commented on my YouTube. Somebody commented on my YouTube. They said, give up. You don't got what it takes. Comedy. You're stealing Mitch Hedberg's joke. You used to steal Mitch Hedberg's joke, and you still are. You think a priest that blesses avocados, that's holy guacamole? Is that? Okay, well, there's one for Lori. Front row. Front row beads. Nobody knows how abacais work. Gender reveals. Yeah, you kill somebody with a projectile, you burn down a forest, then fill in the joke for the third one. All genders! Alright, this counts as 10. It's a tenor, bunt hitter, pitch comedier. Second wig. You have now entered the second wig. Anybody ever set their oven like to bake, and then you're clicking the buttons, and then you're like, counter-terrorists win? That's a Counter-Strike joke about the bomb defusal. Oh my god. My body is like a sarcophagus for my teeth. Anybody else grind their teeth? Anybody get a cavity filled? Anybody get a tooth filled with no cavity? Just me. I was in the dentist, and I know the dentist. My dentist named my dead cat because she went to school with my sister. I'm not gonna name drop her, but they were like talking. The hygienist was like, that one's a future crown. And when you're hearing that you got a future crown in your mouth, you're like, it's like a doctor being like, oh yeah, they're gonna die later. It's like, this guy you're gonna have to pull his appendix out later. It's a new one. I'm doing just okay. I'm doing shabby. I want you to get me wrong. I want you to keep me out of line. I want you to reel me in. Oh. How about not friends with no benefits? How about same phone? Who this? I deleted your number. How about no glasses? How about time creates all rodeos? Because also time heals all rodeos. All rodeo clowns. This is my 17th rodeo. Rodeo. Benny Youngman, really old comedian, probably dead. You don't know Benny Youngman, pretty old. He has this, that old joke that was like, take my wife. But it was like, take my wife for example. My version of that is, take Matt Rife. Somebody, please. Take Matt Rife. Right. So physical. Oh, recalibration. Coffee grinding callback. Oh yeah, how about that meme? Can I pet that dog? Yes. Can I pet that dog? Everybody want to do it together? Can I pet that dog? 3, 2, 1. Can I pet that dog? All right, that one's from Miss Luli in New Zealand. We have a relationship solely based on her saying I'm the worst comedian in the world. Healthy relationship. I already did that one. The priest blessing avocados. You ever eat fortune cookies in bed? In bed? In bed? Why did the Taoists cross the road? To get to the middle. Hey, it's good to be here, Wyoming. You know, R. Kelly is still streaming. He's offering streaming services in prison. You know that criminals that are locked up are incels. You know that? You know that? Because they're in a cell and they're involuntarily celibate unless they. Well, let's not get into the prison sex. I don't know anything about it. When I experience it, I can talk about it on stage. Or if my dad was prison sex, then I can talk about it. If I come from prison sex, then anyways. Redacted. Hey, it's good to be here, Bellingham. I've never had a bad set. Never done comedy, I've never driven a car, never lived my life, never told anybody I loved them, never came from good people, never smoked weed, never had a good set. I'm not a horrible person, but here's my opinion. I'm not a plastic surgeon, but lift. I'm not Sir Mix-a-Lot, big butt. That's as far as I wrote that joke. My wife's been yelling at me a lot, and I'm like, hey, go watch football. Yell at something else. Yell at football. I don't have a wife. But if I did, she'd be pregnant and ask me to go to a baseball game and be like, can I sit in the C-section? I delivered pizza for 10 years, and I had a lot of heated exchanges. Lots of pizza exchange. I got tipped. He was like, you want a bong hit or you want $2.50? And I'm like, sir, you are disrespecting me. I'll take the money. You know what, you ever deliver pizza and they're like, I gotta do math. It's more likely you paid for a pizza by filling out a credit card. They're like, I'm hungry. This is my impression of you, everybody here. I'm hungry. Why do I have to do math right now? Why do I sound like this? Because I'm hungry. That's what. Pizza. Wrong address. Can I get it for free? I think it's too early for Christmas music. What do you call Nutella when it's expired? Old Tella? Is that it? Is it just me? Is that the only thing? I don't eat it. It's hazelnut spread. For people who don't know what Nutella is, let me get into it. Let me get into the Nutella talk. I forgot I put a speaker here. Should I adjust this? Is this better? Is this better for you? You want me to twiddle? Is this twiddling? Twiddle comedy. Oh, shit. I was talking about something. I got distracted with myself. Oh, yeah, do you get acne on your back? Like back knee? What about acne on your knee? Knee. That's what, okay. You ever get criticized that your fridge aerator sucks because you can't fit a whole frozen turkey in your freezer? Just me? Is it when your aunt comes over? My aunt. Well, at least I have an aunt, you know? Or is that a neutral? Neutral, chaotic. Why do we have 4-slot toasters with cancel buttons? Why is that? I don't tell girls to smile. I say, excuse me, say cheese. No, I don't talk to people. All of these joke premises are under surveillance, and all of my segues are in my garage. Protected. Yeah, it's good to be here, Madrona. I used to be a mime, but I don't like to talk about it. I think I'm above a lot of stuff, but I literally live in a basement. One time I spread my grandma's ashes, and then I was drunk on tequila, so I threw up in a Lululemon parking lot. It's just a true story. That's why I should go to, what do they call that, therapy? I got a long list of what Trader Joe's is like. What is that, like a caramel spinach impossible burger, celery, knockoff cereal, dried fruit leather, hand sanitizer, mixed nuts, eggnog, everything. Don't hit on the cashier. What is that? Is that a shopping network? QVC? QVC plus one? What's the best part about digging up a dead body? Is it you get to have sex afterward? It's not like that. It's like a co-op, like you do it as a date. You do it as a date, it's kind of fun. But then they have dead eyes. They can't handle their drugs, because they don't have hands. What else? They are a great listener, though, at the graveyard. Graveyard shift. You ever go 6 feet down on somebody? You ever literally fuck the shit out of somebody? Okay. This is comedy. It's this. You ever swim fully clothed at a nude beach? Just me. You know, reverse psychology doesn't work. You remember Star 69s? That's a callback. That's the original callback. You know, Tom Clancy wrote the most violent rainbow book. Okay. You ever share a masturbation joke with another comedian? A mutual masturbation joke. You ever announce jalapeno? You ever feel like you have a human voice in your mouth? Woody Harrelson, more like Woody No Harrelson. What's the best kind of post-wedding sex? Honeymoon period sex? You know, minimalism is never enough. I've been putting off telling you I procrastinate. I'm unsure what uncertainty is. I'm not sure. Anybody have a carrot in here and has a PhD? What's up, doc? You know, in alternative comedy, the stool fucks you. You don't fuck the stool. The step stool. That's a step sibling joke. Step stool. You ever go into Five Guys burgers and it's like, what? You see Five Guys and you're like, this is too on the nose. You ever have a front yard, you gotta get the perimeter trimmed and you're like, I'm gonna call the tantric gardener. I'm gonna call the tantric gardener to edge my lawn. But they never show up, they never come. You think cuckoo clocks are gonna make a come back? I wanna thank your dads for coming, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Dads, don't think about that. I didn't learn how to tie my shoes till I was pretty old. Or wait, I fucked that up. No, I didn't. Well, my parents used to tease me about not knowing how to tie my shoes, and they were like, someday you're gonna have to get a girlfriend to tie your shoes. So does anybody know how to tie the shoes in here that's single? We can go buy Velcro shoes if you don't know how. You think there's concrete in Crete? I got a death threat for myself to kill my ego. So if you've ever seen a cicada shell, a shell of a cicada, that's how the end of the show is going to be. It's going to be like newer, bigger ego, more improved. I don't have a camel crush. I don't have a crush on a camel, but if I did, I'd be really into spitting. Karaoke, you usually have like a 12-bar intro, but comedians just have it one intro in a bar. You know anybody that isn't able to have kids, but they won't stop talking about wanting to get kids? You ever have those people? I'm not going to say the fuck word. Sex. I'm not going to say that word. Did Ying steal my wig bit? Was she wearing a wig? I've been the first comedian that wore wigs. Ying is a comedian. I opened for Ying in the Issaquah Library. She had her high school friend. You know, Jim Carrey put a $10 million check in his wallet until he could cash it. And then he put it in like his dad's coat pocket in his dad's coffin or something. Anyways, I was like, I want to write a $10 million check for myself, you know? You know what I mean? But then I was like, well, if I lose my wallet, though, everybody's going to know my checking account number. Which maybe isn't the worst. I guess I could work around it. It's just extra worry, extra layers of worry. I'm actually just here for my online date. Is Lucas Johnson here? It's an inside joke. These are all inside jokes because we're inside. You ever see a car and you're like, spoiler alert? What does that say? Don't tell them that one thing you want to keep a secret forever? Oh, okay, yeah. I love meeting people at church, amen. What do you think? Sunday school shooters are like, pew, 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 pew. I remember my first school shooting like it was yesterday. Yesterday, elementary school. No, Robbie, stop. Okay. I've never counted higher than the fingers on my hand. Wait, what does it say at the top of that? Oh yeah, so I killed my cat recently. She was doing bad. It was like tumor, she was 21. My friend after the fact was like, you just killed your best friend. And he kept saying it over and over. So I just want everybody here to know that eventually, sometime in your life, your best friend is gonna kill you. I'm just letting you know it's gonna happen, probably. Not everybody dies alone, just some of us have witnesses. Some of us are gonna have witnesses. I do have a poly relationship with roller rinks, a polyurethane relationship. Tower 7 is in my chest. You know how Prince died in his own elevator? He was probably like, I'm just gonna lay down this elevator real quick. Fentanyl overdose. Foreshadowing. I don't know, he's probably a good guy. I liked his energy. You ever rent Purple Rain in Blu-ray form from a red box? You ever watch Animal Planet? Who cares about animals or the planet? I'm getting ready for Seattle International Comedy Competition. It's gonna be over in a couple weeks, in a couple months. I'm not really in it. I gotta get in that sometime, maybe. I don't know. It's really under the radar. Do you know that Head and Shoulders is coming out with a new product called Knees and Toes? Oh, this is your comedian speaking. We're coming in for an emergency laughing. Put your hands in upright and clapping position. If you're an audience member and you know it, clap your hands. Well, maybe I can trick you into laughing. Death threat. You don't have what it takes, give up now. You ever eat beets and asparagus in the same day? Have you seen that Bang Bus episode where they get in a car crash? You ever see a comedian rap the thing? The thing? I don't even know what this is called. I just was. Anyways, I work at Glassy Baby. It's almost a living. It's not. And people are like, "Oh, you work in front of glory holes, right?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, we put things in boxes." And then, it's not really a living. It's not. You ever make not a living? You live, does anybody have, have you ever, the other day, this one time, you ever live with your sister's family and then the kids live above you and then you stay up till 8 in the morning and then you ever just not get enough sleep? You feel like you're just like reversing? Do you ever feel like you're in a car? Have you ever eaten and gone to sleep and then woke up? Why is it so difficult to wake up? Now I know why people eat sleeping pills. I know why people... That's my impression of somebody with sleep apnea. It's not funny. I'm stealing a bit from Peggy Platt. Oh, that's karma. Here's a joke from Ryan Sprudy. This is a safe space. If you don't abide by those rules, you're out of here. I've been Robbie Schrader. Thanks.